Hello, I'm Jim Vaughan from Turf Queensland. I'm here with Justin Clark from MEA. MEA are specialists in moisture monitoring and have been a great help to us through the supply of equipment and advice in moisture monitoring.
Management of water is the simplest management strategy to improve the quality of turf and productivity. It helps the turf grower to improve their irrigation scheduling, make sure they're applying the right amount of water at the right time to the crop's needs, make sure they're not over irrigating and leaching nutrients beyond the active root zone of the crop. There are various different data loggers and such which can give you a broader view of the farm, so you're not just monitoring a single point on the property. There's one of our products which is working on a self-healing radio mesh network, which allows that spread of probes across the farm, across different irrigation types or soil types or varieties of turf. And all that data gets sent back to a central location, which then pushes the data to the web, and then the growers can access that data on any smart device, be it PC, smartphone or tablet. This would be one option to get around that. This is the Plexus system. The field station is solar powered, as is the hub. The field station sits out in the paddock and can be connected to either capacitance probes or gypsum blocks and temperature sensors. The data from there is then sent via radio back to the hub. That data is pushed up to the web from there, and that data can be viewed on the grower's smart device anywhere, anytime. I guess our weather station's another option to try and get that across farm coverage, I guess. You can install an on-farm weather station which will calculate potential evapotranspiration across the farm using local measurements from that station. Then a turf agronomist could work with the grower and provide crop coefficients so they can calculate the daily water requirements of the crop that way. So it's going to be a broader understanding of what's going on. To overcome the need for having loggers and things out in the paddock, there is another product we sell which the grower needs to manually go out, push into the soil and take a reading. I guess the disadvantage of that is that, someone has to go and do it. It's not automatically logging data and sending it back. But that particular tool will give you the data you need. It's going to be right in the active root zone of the turf. And that data can later be downloaded to their computer when they get back to the office. This is one example, the theta probe. The theta kit comes with a data logger, so the grower can go out and insert the probe into the ground, press a button which will store readings. It can store up to over 2,000 readings on the reader. Then when the grower gets back to the office, he can plug the reader into his computer and download the data from there. But this will get away from the issue of having posts and equipment out in the paddock permanently, but he will need to go out and manually do this on a regular basis to get some meaningful data. Yeah, the beauty of that is you don't have a piece of equipment that's going to be in the way come time of mowing or harvesting or anything like that. That turf industry, I guess, has been a little bit problematic with finding sensors that are compatible with the on-farm practices. I think the turf industry is probably catching up a little bit. I guess the other side of the turf industry, the sports fields and golf courses and things, are probably further ahead, but again, that's a different ball game. The way the turf producer grows turf and manages that is very different to how a greenkeeper or someone looks after their turf. There are a number of different sensors that can be used with soil moisture monitoring equipment. A couple of those are the gypsum block and the capacitance probe. There's various makes and models of these. The gypsum block measures soil moisture tension, or how hard the plant's roots are working to extract moisture from the soil. It gives you the same information as the tensiometer, a similar product, which gives you the same data. Then the capacitance probe is measuring soil moisture content. They can also measure soil temperature and soil EC. This particular model here is the 40 centimetre model, which is giving us the 10, 20, 30 and 40 centimetres depths. It's a fully buriable probe, so there's nothing sticking out above ground level. The gypsum block can be used with data loggers or products such as this, which is the G-Dot. This is just giving a reading at one depth in the soil profile, where the gypsum block is buried. It doesn't log data. It's something the grower would have to go out and manually have a look and take note of what the reading is in the paddock. But as you can see, it's nice and visible. The grower can drive past in the ute or on the bike and quickly see where things are at. So when the soil profile is full, all the dots are lit up, and then as it dries down, the dots drop down, and there's a little scale of soil moisture tension in kilopascals down the left hand side, and that just runs on a couple of AA batteries. So it's a nice low maintenance tool, but it's not logging data, and it's just taking soil moisture tension at one depth. This is one of the Max data loggers which was installed for the Turf Queensland project as part of the Rural Water Use Efficiency project in southeast Queensland. It's a solar powered unit with data logger and modem inside here, and this is connected to a tipping bucket rain gauge for measuring rainfall, and it's also connected to a capacitance probe to measure soil moisture content and temperature at 10, 20, 30 and 40 centimetres depth. All the data is sent from here to a remote server computer, and that data can be downloaded on the grower's PC back at his office. So this is the tipping bucket rain gauge, which is connected back to the Max logger. This will give the grower daily rainfall totals to 9 AM, and it can also give the grower rainfall as it's happening, so you can get an idea of intensity and that sort of thing. And then they can use that information and look at the data from the capacitance probe to see how far rainfall events have penetrated through the soil profile.